I feel like waking somebody up today. I am Pastor Woke, and this is your prophetic countdown. Listen up, people. The border crisis is simply out of control. Who really is running this country? We know that is not the real Joe Biden. Because how did he get all the power in that all of the last presidents couldn't do and open up the borders? Who left the gate open? Somebody tell me who left the gate open.
146 terrorist encounters at the southern border since October of last year. Do we know if any of them are in New York?
We could presume they are. We could actually presume that the majority of people that have come across the border have settled in New York because of our generous offerings to that population. And remember, Stuart, all it takes is one person. The lone wolf is the most, potentially dangerous form of terrorism that we have right now.
Understand this, we got enemies in South America that's siding with our enemies across the waters like Iran, like the Muslim countries, and we're just gonna open up the gate in a time of war? That doesn't make sense to me. Why? Is there anybody out there like me that it just doesn't make any sense to you? Why thousands and thousands of people are crossing the border and most of them are military-aged men?
By the way, if you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy.
And ain't nobody worried? Let me talk to the Americans right now. Americans, you mean to tell me we're gonna continue like everything is normal when we're facing economic issues, housing issues in our own country, and we're not gonna say nothing? We're not, like it don't pique your imagination of why the United States is allowing this major influx of people that's overloading places like New York, Chicago. I just seen something where at the Chicago airport, there are immigrants that are staying, taking over whole wings of airports. They're staying within the airports. What is happening? We are overloaded. Why would they, check this out, why would they let all of these people in without proper housing for them? Let's talk for real. We really want to help them. We're gonna open up our gates and open up our borders, but we don't have nowhere to house nobody. And then we're gonna open it up in wintertime. Something is not adding up. We got folks from Africa coming in over from South America over the border. We got Spanish people coming in from over the border. We got Asian people coming from the southern border. How do you know that we don't have any terrorists that is amongst this large group of people? Sleeper cells, if you will, in our country. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I'm being honest with you. The reason why I can talk so strongly about this is because I've literally have had dreams about this situation, and it's been bothering me. I can't even express to you why I feel such this major urgency. But number one, I'm gonna just tell you, I had a dream that Muslims took over a city and came up on a mountain, and they began to chant an Arabic chant. I don't know what the chant is. I don't remember, but I know it was an Arabic chant, and they put their flag down on American land. And I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, they literally took over. I want to let you know something, my friends. Y'all saw that man that said in a minute he began to threaten the border patrol and people that was at the border that was asking them questions and reporters and saying, in a minute, you're going to know who I am. And he happened to be a high person in the Iranian government. Do you understand? We have literally, right now, we are looking at, I believe, the last days of this stage of this government. All thanks to whoever's controlling Joe Biden, the real Joe Biden or the fake Joe Biden, whichever one, because that cannot be the real Joe Biden. I don't know what is happening. Somebody, and then listen, Joe Biden can't even talk in full sentences. Joe Biden can't even walk in a straight line. Joe Biden can't even walk on Air Force One without stumbling. Who gave him all the power to just say, just open up the gates, let everybody come through? So you know he ain't running the country. So who is running the country? Listen, my friends, I'm here to wake you up, because ain't nobody else gonna say it the way I'm gonna say it. Ain't nobody gonna talk about it the way I'm gonna talk about it. But listen, I wanna give major props to Texas. I wanna give major props to New York. I wanna give major props to Chicago and California. You guys are doing your best to fight back with your sovereign control as far as state versus federal. And I want to give major shout out to Texas. Y'all keep on putting up them barbed wires, because listen, if they already up in here, at least y'all can do is keep the rest of them coming in here. Because the Bible says that Mystery Babylon, that there's going to be nations that's going to rise up, that's going to hate Mystery Babylon so much that they're going to burn her with fire. And not just burn her with fire, but leave her naked, meaning take her for everything that she is. I want to tell you, I don't know who's behind the taking down of America, but the play is already in place. I'm gonna say it again, the play is already in place. It's already done, but we got to do something about it. And listen, this is the vision that God gave me. Listen, when this quote-unquote civil war break out, you're not gonna know who's the enemy. I'm gonna say it again. You're not gonna know who's the enemy. You thinking you fighting against black and white, because they trying to pit us against one another, race against race, but you got folks foreign that's on this land. Matter of fact, let me give y'all a case in point. There is what they call international gangs in Michigan right now that is targeting big, huge homes and they are stealing and breaking and entering and stealing whatever they have in their homes. We got so much, and they quote unquote is from Venezuela. We got international gangs now. We don't open up the border to anything and everything. So now, guess what, America? Let me talk to the gangbangers. Let me talk to the gangster disciples, the vice lords, and the Latin kings, and all of y'all. Now, guess what? We got new players that's on our land now. Now, y'all ain't the only ones. Now, so we got major issues happening in America. You ain't even gonna know who's an American if they ain't talking English. I'm telling you, that's where we at right now. You just don't know. You don't know. And that's what are they waiting for? Now that's another question I have to ask. What are they waiting for? What is going to happen that is going to set all of this thing up? Listen, Iran has already threatened the United States and Israel, saying death to America and death to Israel. So what is next? Somebody tell me what is next. Now, listen, this is for educational purposes, but what is going to be the signal? This is what I'm in prayer for, Lord. What is the signal for what is getting ready to happen? What is going to set this thing off? Listen, I don't know who you believe in, what you believe in, but this is the time right now to get faith and put your trust in God, because I'm telling you, this ain't something that I'm thinking. This is not something objective. This is not something that I'm trying to fill out. This is something that God literally showed me was getting ready to happen in America, but nobody want to hear me. Folks is acting like everything is normal, but I'm telling you that something is getting ready to break, and war is going to happen on this land.